Hi there, Crypto here. Okay, so coming to you from Portugal, actually. Yeah, I got here last night. What a horrendous journey that was. Okay, so there was a massive storm around the Algarve in Portugal. So our plane tried to land at Faro Airport. Uh, did two attempted landings, both were aborted. So then, with not much fuel left, they went along to Seville in Spain, and amazingly enough, Ryanair actually did put on a bus and sent us back to Faro Airport. That meant it was like, 11 hours of travelling to get here. Anyway, it's all good now. Storm's gone, sun's come out, everything's cool. And the price of Bitcoin is rocketing, isn't it? I've got this trade that I must admit, I did FOMO into it. It's not the sort of thing I normally do, but if you look at the VWAP bands, you can see that the lower ones here are around like 30 grand. The upper ones are around like 31, well, pretty much where we are now, really. 31,721. This is the VWAP standard deviation bands version 2 mod. It's a free indicator from TradingView. And you can actually get that with the free version of TradingView. So if you want to get the free version of TradingView, go to savewith.crypto.org/TV and you'll get that. And then if you decide to upgrade to the pro version, which is the one I use, you get $30 off a annual plan. Anyway, so this is looking great, isn't it? So we're up tons here. So the trade that I sort of FOMO'd into is now, let's get the little thingy up. So there you go. It's actually up 62.37%. The position wasn't huge. I think it was about $700 or something, but it means that I'm now like $472 in profit, which is really good, being as all I've been doing is walking around the beach and stuff today. So pretty cool, really. So if you want to get involved with this kind of thing, then go to savewithcrypto.org/BitGet, and there, if you do a large deposit, you can get up to a $30,000 bonus. So do make use of that link. If you don't use my link, you'll get up to a $5,000 bonus, which is pretty generous, but you may as well get 30,000 because that's 6 times as much, isn't it? So what next? Bit tricky, really, because I've still got like 3/4 of my stash left. So what I've done, I've set another long position here at 31,534. So if it comes back here, it will add to my position. It'll mean I won't have such a sexy percentage there, but nevertheless, it'll still be quite nicely in profit. I'm actually not expecting much of a pullback until about 32,000. And I think if it goes through 32,000, then the possibilities are more like 32.8, I would say. So expecting quite a hefty profit here, and the amount I'm playing with is actually $757, so not that much, but it's all going well. Okay, so this is a few minutes later, but I just want to show you what happens because the price came down, that order filled, and what it means now is my stop loss is now below my entry. So obviously I don't want that, because I'm still, despite averaging in the entry, I'm still like 30% in profit, which is $467. So I want to push this stop loss up, so that's in profit up there. And I just want to show you something here, because there's a bit of a weird thing with BitGet. So the amount this is in profit here, if we measure that in percentage with the rule, you can see from here to here, it's about 0.44%, okay? So if we go and look at the actual stop loss I've set, that here says 8.57, okay, so 0.44 times 20 is something like 8.8, isn't it? So that is about right. Now, what happens if you try and move this slightly? So that says 8.57 there. If you move this at all, that price there goes down to below what my entry price was, okay? Now, I can't remember if ByBit did this or not. I don't think it did, to be honest. I think it used to have the plus and minus thing where you could push it up and down a little bit. So be careful if you do that, because that's now, say, minus 7%. That's obviously not what I want. So I'm just going to cancel that. Just take a look at it again. Yeah, because this is where I want my stop loss, 31,260. So in a way, what BitGet wants you to do is to set your stop loss so you're slightly in a loss, which is like how you would normally use a stop loss. But obviously, once we're in profit, that is the time that you want to push your stop loss into profit. So if the price comes back, boom, you're good. You've still made a profit and you've not lost any money. So I just thought I'd mention that, because that, I think, is one of those subtle differences between BitGet and ByBit. I still like ByBit. I wish I could still use ByBit, but I can't because I'm kind of based in the UK. I did try and use it earlier on in Portugal and it didn't work. So just being in Portugal, aka using a VPN, won't help. Anyway, you can see what happens here now is because the price has gone back up, so that's looking great. I'm obviously playing with a larger amount of money there, so like $1,517. And with the 20x leverage, that is the equivalent of 0.976 Bitcoin or $30,841. So it's a reasonably large trade, really, for me. But nevertheless, it's all safe now because the stop loss is in profit. So if it comes back here, let's just check that again. If it comes back there, it will make 8.57%. And hopefully it won't do that. It'll just keep going up. And then I think what I'll do is, so I don't have to worry about things because I'm on holiday at the moment. I don't really want to be looking at charts all the time. But what I'll do is I'll check in every now and again. And if it's gone up a reasonable amount, I'll just push the stop loss up a bit. As far as upper targets go, so let's have a quick look at the charts. Okay, so this is the Bitcoin USD chart. I do find it better to look at the one I'm actually trading. So in my case, it's BTC USDT charts. Okay, let's just turn the VWAP off and the whole suite maybe. Maybe WaveEdge as well. Let's turn them all off. Then we can see what we're doing. And then really zoom out. So let's go to the 3-day time frame, say. And actually you can see this parallel channel I was talking about the other day that I said it might drop out at the bottom of. Didn't it just? And then there's a Bart Simpson. You know, it's kind of classic TA, really, what this is doing. So let's look at it. Where we are right now, this was obviously a sort of area of interest before. And if we stick on the VRVP, now I think I've shown you the VRVP before because I always think this looks a bit too sort of like coarse and rugged. So what I like to do is to change the appearance slightly. So if I go to this gear wheel here, and where it says row size, it says 24. So I like to make that to 240, so it kind of makes a much more detailed sort of histogram over here. So what I can see here is that, you know, the next point of control is kind of round about there, round about sort of 34,411. So yeah, it's still looking great, really. So, you know, now up, you know, obviously now because I've increased the size of the position and my entry isn't so good now, only 30% in profit, but that's $462, so it's not looking bad. And if it does go up to 34 or so, then, you know, that's going to be amazing. Let's say 34.1. Okay, so I can do that down here. So 34,100. That would give a 191% profit. Okay, that sounds pretty good. So that looks okay. I mean, the profit's way up there. What I will do is from time to time, if I see a good pump here, I will push the stop loss up behind it. You know, for example, I might just go up to here now, because if the price comes back, I don't want to lose money. But at the same time, I don't want this kind of thing to happen where it comes back, maybe hits the stop and then goes back up again. So I'm always going to try and keep this back a few $100s. Anyway, I've got to go to sleep now, so let's have a look at it. So yeah, currently $694 in profit today, so not looking bad at all. So I might just push the stop loss up a little bit more. Okay, and then I can sort of like go to sleep and rest assured that whatever happens, I will wake up in profit. Okay, if you like the sound of that, please give the video a like, leave a nice comment, make sure you're subscribed, and above all, tell your friends.